Deep in the ocean, miles below sunlight can reach, creatures glow with colors that shouldn't be possible. They produce reds and oranges in a world of blue and green light. They create ultraviolet patterns invisible to most eyes. They bend the laws of physics we thought we understood. Today, we're diving into the bioluminescent abyss to uncover how deep-sea creatures are literally creating impossible colors and what that means for our understanding of light itself. The problem with the deep-sea color palette: when light travels through water, it gets absorbed differently depending on wavelength. Red light, the longest visible wavelength, barely penetrates beyond 10 meters. Blue and green light travel the farthest, which is why the deep ocean appears predominantly blue to any creature with eyes. This creates a problem. If the ocean is blue, why would evolution favor creatures that produce red or orange light? Nobody could see it. Yet they do it anyway. The deep-sea hatchetfish produces a red glow. The red-handed squid flashes scarlet patterns. The stoplight lucid jawfish emits a deep crimson light that should be completely invisible down here. This isn't random chance, it's a sophisticated adaptation that violates our basic expectations about how bioluminescence should work. Quantum dots and impossible wavelengths. To understand how these creatures produce colors that shouldn't exist, we need to talk about quantum mechanics. Inside certain bioluminescent organisms are structures so tiny they operate by quantum rules, not classical physics. These are called quantum dots, clusters of atoms so small that electrons become confined, and their energy levels shift in ways that macroscopic objects never experience. When an electron in a quantum dot transitions between energy levels, it releases light at a specific wavelength determined by the dot's size. By creating quantum dots of precise dimensions, deep-sea creatures can generate light at wavelengths their genes couldn't normally produce. It's as if they've engineered microscopic factories inside their bodies to manufacture colors that classical chemistry shouldn't allow. This discovery has revolutionized nanotechnology, but the deep ocean was doing it for millions of years before we even understood quantum mechanics. The red light invisibility cloak: here's where it gets genuinely mysterious. Some deep-sea fish produce red bioluminescence in a region where red light should be completely absorbed. The hatchetfish can emit red light from organs along its body, and the stoplight lucid jawfish has evolved something even more remarkable: a red photophore beneath its eye that produces light at 670 nanometers, a wavelength that would be absorbed almost instantly in normal seawater. So how does this help? The answer involves a kind of biological invisibility. While 95% of deep-sea creatures cannot see red light, they've lost the genes for it. These fish have evolved the ability to produce it specifically because most of their predators can't perceive it. It's the bioluminescent equivalent of night vision goggles, giving them a secret communication channel and predatory advantage. But the real mystery is the physics. These fish are generating red photons in an environment where red shouldn't travel. They've essentially weaponized a color that physics says should fail. Fluorescence, colors born from stealing energy, but red light is only the beginning. Many deep-sea creatures use a process called bioluminescent resonance energy transfer, or BRET. Here's what happens. One protein emits blue or green light, the colors that travel farthest underwater. A second protein is engineered to absorb that exact blue or green photon, and when it does, it re-emits light at a completely different wavelength: red, orange, or even infrared. It's a sophisticated relay race of photons inside living cells. The anglerfish uses this mechanism to generate colors from its bioluminescent lure. The firefly squid doesn't just glow, it produces specific color combinations that no single chemical reaction should allow. This process violates the principle of energy conservation in a way that's only possible because of quantum-level precision. The energy of the original blue photon can only be absorbed and re-emitted if the second protein's energy levels match with extraordinary accuracy. Evolution has essentially engineered nanoscale optical systems that work like fiber optic cables, guiding photons with the precision of laboratory equipment. Ultraviolet vision in a black ocean: our eyes can't see ultraviolet light, so we tend to think of it as invisible. But some deep-sea creatures see ultraviolet perfectly and they produce it too. The dragonfish has evolved bioluminescent organs that emit UV light, creating patterns that would be completely invisible to human eyes. What does this accomplish? In the pitch-black deep ocean, where photons of any kind are precious, ultraviolet allows for extremely efficient seeing and being seen. Many deep-sea copepods and other prey creatures have UV reflective surfaces, making them visible in UV light but invisible in the visible spectrum. Predatory fish evolved UV bioluminescence specifically to hunt these UV reflective creatures, giving them an illuminated buffet in an otherwise dark ocean. This represents a completely parallel visual system evolving independently from the visible light bioluminescence that dominates elsewhere in the deep sea. It challenges our assumption that all vision must work the way human vision works. There's an entire electromagnetic conversation happening in ultraviolet that we couldn't even perceive until we developed instruments sensitive enough to detect it. The physics that shouldn't work. Cherenkov radiation. In biology, there's an even stranger phenomenon at work in some deep-sea environments: Cherenkov radiation. Normally, this is something you see in nuclear reactors when charged particles move faster than light can travel through a medium. They create a shock wave of electromagnetic radiation. Scientists didn't think biology could generate Cherenkov radiation, but evidence suggests some bioluminescent cascades in jellyfish and siphonophores might involve processes bordering on these extreme physics principles. The energy release is so rapid and chaotic that it defies traditional biochemical explanation. We're not entirely sure how it works, because it seems to violate the orderly, efficient design we'd expect from evolution. Instead, some creatures have evolved systems that are borderline violent in their energy release, producing light through processes that look more like contained explosions than careful chemistry. This suggests that in the pressure and darkness of the deep ocean, sometimes the most extreme physics principles become advantageous. Evolution didn't settle for reasonable, it found a way to harness genuinely dangerous energy conversion. The molecular engineering behind impossible colors. To really understand why these colors shouldn't exist, we need to understand the proteins involved. The foundational protein in bioluminescence is called GFB, green fluorescent protein, discovered in the jellyfish Echoria victoria. GFB naturally emits green light at around 509 nanometers. Scientists thought this was the limit of what bioluminescent proteins could do. But deep-sea creatures have done something remarkable. They've evolved variants. Through mutation and natural selection, organisms have generated red fluorescent proteins, orange fluorescent proteins, and even versions that emit in the near-infrared, pushing the boundaries of what light should be able to do in water. These proteins work by creating complex structures that confine electrons to specific energy states. The precision required is staggering. A shift of just a few atoms in the protein's folded structure can change the emitted color by dozens of nanometers. Evolution has performed what amounts to continuous molecular optimization, essentially running a genetic algorithm for millions of years to discover color combinations that maximize survival advantage. What this means for our understanding of physics: when we discover that deep-sea creatures are producing colors that violate our understanding of light propagation and energy transfer, it tells us something profound. Our understanding is incomplete, or at least context-dependent. The laws of physics aren't wrong, but they're optimized for the conditions we typically study them under. In a laboratory at sea level, red light doesn't travel through water. But evolution found ways to make it useful anyway, finding niches and mechanisms we hadn't considered. This same pattern repeats throughout biology. Creatures often exploit physical principles in ways that seem impossible until you actually observe them. The deep ocean is a massive natural laboratory where physics gets tested under extreme conditions: crushing pressure, absolute darkness, near freezing temperatures. And life responds by inventing solutions that make our textbooks look incomplete. Understanding these bioluminescent systems has already advanced quantum dot technology, LED design, and fluorescent imaging for medical research. Every impossible color we discover in the deep sea is a lesson in physics we hadn't fully learned. The ongoing mystery: we're still discovering new bioluminescent colors in the deep sea, and with each discovery, we realize how much we don't know. In 2020, scientists identified previously unknown bioluminescent proteins in deep sea organisms that emit in wavelengths we didn't have a clear mechanism to explain. The barrel-eye fish uses lenses made of a crystalline material so transparent it seems to violate the properties of materials science. The vampire squid controls its bioluminescence with incredible precision, producing timed flashes and color combinations that suggest a visual language we've barely begun to decode. And new species are discovered regularly, creatures we've never seen before, living in conditions so extreme that evolution has had to solve problems we haven't even formulated yet. The deep ocean covers 99% of Earth's livable space, and we've explored less than 5% of it. Every meter deeper reveals physics we didn't account for, biology that challenges our assumptions, and colors that shouldn't exist but do. The deep ocean is rewriting our understanding of physics, one impossible color at a time. These creatures have solved problems in light generation and energy transfer that we're still studying in our most advanced laboratories. If you enjoyed this dive into the quantum mysteries of bioluminescence, smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this one. What's your favorite deep-sea creature with an impossible color? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.